13th-ranked Minnesota hosting Virginia. Ralph Sampson. His son plays for Minnesota. His son had 2 points, and so did his son teammate Rodney Williams. His two more impressive than Sampson III. Minnesota, too big early, but then Mustafa Farrakhan, the grandson of Nation of Islam leader Louis Farrakhan, he came in, went 4 of 4 from 3. Coach Bennett's club made 10 of 13 from 3.
Assalamu alaikum.
One of Farrakhan's teammates, adios to you too, called him flamethrower. And he was on it. 23 points, Virginia. 87-79. Coach Smith called the defensive effort pathetic.
College basketball game of the night featured number 14 Georgetown, which had won 16 of 17 non-conference games, and number 8 Missouri, which had won 12 in a row. 14 seconds to play. Michael Dixon misses the free throw. Hoyer's the other way. Hollis Thompson misses the 3. Kim English tries to save the ball, but Chris Wright ends up with a wide-open 3, and he nails it, and the game is tied at 94. And Wright knew it was a big play. Jason Clark doesn't know the game is tied. He tries to foul. Lucky he didn't. So they went to overtime. In OT, game tied at 98. Jason Clark, he was 1 for 6 from three-point range in regulation. Hey, but this is overtime. It's a whole new ball game. Clark nailing that one. And then another one from the top of the key to put Georgetown up 6. And then with the Hoyas up 2, Clark, one more so you understand. He had 26 points. And Georgetown rolls 111 to 102. Austin Freeman with 31 for the Hoyas.
Number 2, Ohio State at Florida State. This one was in Tallahassee, but the new sheriff in town is from Columbus. It's that kid, the freshman Jared Sullinger, helped hold Chris Singleton in check. 8 points, half the season average for Florida State's high score. Head down right there. That doesn't help him out at all. Might have had a man open underneath. Instead, he runs into 2 fellas, including Sullinger, the 6'9" wide body. What happened? Still in the first half. Deshaun Thomas. Head up. Things happen off the glass. Ohio State plus 11 at the half. Sullinger. 11 points, 13 rebounds, 36 minutes. He's a fun one to watch. It's a big lead for Ohio State. David Lighty drives to the hoop. Bernard James, talk to the hand. Florida State trying to keep in it with defense, not keeping in it with three-point shooting, just 3 of 17 from distance. Here's one of the 3. It's David Dulkes, and it's a 7-point game. But then when James turns it over, John Diebler picks it up. He had 12. Ohio State up double digits, and Lighty shoots just 4 of 14, gets the teardrop there. Ohio State 6-0. They win 58-44.
Hampshire taking on number 9 UConn. That means trying to find a way to stop Kemba Walker. You can pretty much put him down for 30 a game. Under 10 seconds remaining in the first. Game tied at 21. James Valadares for 3. New Hampshire up 3. Ensuing UConn possession. Walker beats the buzzer. But still, UConn down by 1 at the half to New Hampshire. Second half now. UConn down 1. Walker. That first step, so quick, he's able to finish. UConn's first lead of the game. They jump from not ranked to number 9 this week. New Hampshire not backing down, though. Ferg Myrick. New Hampshire gets the lead right back. Second half, UConn down 2. What's going on?
Connecticut looking for a tie or the lead. Shabazz Napier! Oh, with a French pastry in the paint. Shabazz says Shazam on that play.
Shabazz had 11 points in the game. Second half, New Hampshire down 4. Tyrone Conley grabs the rebound. 3 ball, good. New Hampshire down 1. Ensuing UConn possession. Walker to Napier. That'll work. UConn up 4. They can rest a little easier in Stores. I said you could put Walker down for 30. He had 30. UConn hangs on to win at 62-55. North Carolina Notch, after falling from the top 10 in the first 2 weeks of the season, the Illini coming in at number 21. First half, UNC up 1. Watch Tyler Zeller. Larry Drew misses a 3. Zeller goes up for the rebound, draws his second personal. And Zeller asks Roy Williams to stay in the game, and Williams says, okay, stay in there. Less than a minute later, Zeller trying to slide on the pick, call for the foul of Dimitri McCamey, his third personal. Take another look, makes contact with McCamey on the drive, and, well, Roy's going to sit him now. Later, Illinois up 4. DJ Richardson doesn't think that's enough. How about 3 more? Closes seconds of the first half. McCamey to Richardson for 3 more. Illinois up 7 at the half. Second half. They're up 7. Mike Tisdale to Mike Davis, who had a big game. 20 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 steals. Less than a minute later, Jeremy Richmond passes up to 3 and goes high percentage. Illini up 9, and then McCamey helping to put it away. 17 points, 8 assists for him. Illini win it by 12. Harrison Barnes, talented freshman, not pictured. He had just 8 points. Made it to the NCAA tournament ever. This could be the year for them. But first they had to deal with Glenn Rice Jr. Take a listen to this. First minute of the game.
Down the lane, Glenn Rice Jr. throws it down, plus the foul.
Ooh, the bitter beer face. Glenn Rice Jr. coming to the hole with authority. You fancy, huh? Look at him go.
I don't know if Daddy used to dunk it like that. He could shoot it, though. Rice was 16 points with 4 assists. That's for Northwestern. John Sharna, he was shooting it like Glenn Rice Sr. Knocking down threes. Open for another 3. And then second half, he stayed hot. Northwestern wins it by 20. Sharna, 7 of 8 from the field, 4 for 4 from three-point range.
That's right. So you had Glenn Rice's kid.
Yeah.
Right? I got Michigan and Clemson. Wolverines losers of 4 straight in this particular challenge. But I'm going to come with some heavy family ties. I'm going to start with Tim Hardaway Jr. And Jr.'s got skills. He hits the 3 there. Hardaway again.
Wearing number 10. That's cool, man.
His dad, a 5-time NBA All-Star. There he is.
That is awesome.
Michigan up big. Jere Grant. Does that last name look familiar? It
Horace?
should.
Horace or Harvey?
It's the son of Harvey and the nephew of Horace. And then we got John Horford. His only bucket, you know his brother Al, plays for the Atlanta Hawks. That's a great highlight.
Yeah.
Hardaway.
Dad Tito.
Finished with 15 points. Michigan wins 69-61. Evan Smostrich, 18 points, but no NBA ties.
Iowa meeting up with Wake Forest. Fran McCaffrey, the Hawkeyes. 0-4 since 2006 in the ACC-Big Ten Challenge. Just over 2 minutes to play. Game tied at 73. Wake Forest playing some D. Iowa's Devin Marble misses a jumper. Zach McCabe gets the rebounds. His shot blocked by Ty Walker, but Iowa gets the ball back. Later in the possession, Marble, I don't think you understand. Walker there for the block again. And then Walker just blocking everything. 3 blocks in a minute and a half. Ensuing Wake Forest possession, less than 10 seconds to go. J.T. Terrell, he's got no conscience, but he's got range. Wake Forest at 3. Look at that. Game was in Winston-Salem. He shot that one from Greensboro. And he knew he did something special. Ensuing Iowa inbounds, 2.7 seconds to play. Eric Mays pass tipped. Iowa can't get a shot off. Terrell with 32. And Wake wins at 76-73. Big Ten Challenge, number 6 Michigan State at top-ranked Duke. Tom Izzo took his team to Krzyzewskiville. Why?
I did it for a couple of reasons. Number one, when you come here, you know, the aura of Duke, I wanted to get that out of their brain. I mean, there is an aura, but I wanted to make sure they realize it's just human. You know, people sleep out like they do at Michigan State, and I think Krzyzewskiville is a neat happening, and I just wanted my guys to see it.
So Mike Krzyzewski, 11 Final Fours. Tom Izzo, 6 Final Fours. Duke, 80 straight home non-conference games. Let's get it on. You may have heard about the freshman, Kyrie Irving from Duke. Not just about his offense. Look at him block Austin Thornton. Irving came up limping, went to the bench, but he would return. Oh, would he return? Later in the half, game tied at 25, Irving. Bang, bang, bang. Duke up 28-25. Later in the first, Michigan State having some turnover problems. Corey Lucius loses the dribble. Mason Plumlee, big finish. Duke with a 5-point lead. Later in the half, off the turnover, Irving finds Andre Dawkins. Reverse it. Duke up 4 at the half. Michigan State 12 turnovers in the first half. And Tom Izzo could use a good antacid. Michigan State would keep the game close. So Draymond Green, Corey Lucius, 20 points for him. Most he's ever had in the game. Michigan State down 7. 3:30 left in the half. Lucius to Darrell Summers. Michigan State down 5. But later in the second, Irving blocked. Kyle Singler cleaning up the mess. Duke extends the lead to 7, and then Irving put it away. He had 31 points. Gave him a glimpse of what was to come. Duke shot 23 more free throws. They were the aggressors. 11-1 all-time in the challenge for them.
Donovan had Donnie Jones on his staff forever. Jones in his first year at Central Florida, and his club was not Gator Bait Wednesday in large part because of Marcus Jordan. Crossover up and under right there. I said Marcus Jordan. I said up and under. And you know where we're going, legal flashback. I said Michael Jordan. I said up and under, and I said that is Marcus's daddy. That came against the Lakers in 1991, and it never gets old unless, of course, you're the Lakers. UCF figured to get tired, and Florida's got the older, experienced team, but Jordan, 6 of 11 from the field, 18 points. UCF up 3. Vernon Macklin played like he was possessed. He had 20 points, 10 of 11 shooting, 8 rebounds. Florida couldn't throw it in the ocean standing on the beach, though. There's Macklin right there. Irving Walker going to miss the 3. Ball tipped to Kenny Boynton, who misses the 3. 2 of 13 from 3 for Florida. That's not going to get it done still. Just over 3 seconds left. UCF can ice it with the free throw. They miss it. Florida, no. Central Florida, 57-50.
Second straight year. They lost the first 10. That's Juwan Johnson ready for action. His man E'Twaun Moore knocking down the 3 from the outside. 14 points for Moore, 11 in the second half. Purdue trailing by 1. So now Purdue with the ball down to 21.9 seconds to play. We asked Bob Knight what he would run.
I'd want to get my offense up high so Johnson had a lot of room to move in the post.
All right, so let's see. Keep your eye on Johnson. Takes Coach Knight's advice. Sets up high, goes underneath, gets the ball in the hook shot, and the game tied at 51. Coach Knight didn't win all those games because he doesn't know what he's doing. Under 5 seconds left, game tied at 51. Malcolm Delaney, chance to win. No, sir. Overtime tied at 51. Purdue coming off a loss to Richmond. Getting another battle. Under 2 minutes left in overtime. Johnson, that'll work. He had 29 points, shot 11 of 24. Last chance for the Hokies. Delaney slips, can't recover, turns the ball over. Purdue wins it 58-55. Advantage, Big Ten. Went right down to the end. That win streak, the longest active record in Division I. 16 seconds to go in the game. UCLA down 3. Kansas inbounds. Tyrell Reed trapped on the baseline. Now Kansas still has 1 timeout left. Instead of calling it, throws the ball away. UCLA's Tyler Honeycutt winds up with it. And Honeycutt able to knock down the 3. 5 of 6 from three-point range for him. He had 31, 76 apiece. Kansas quick inbounds. Marcus Morris gets stripped. The ball gets to Mario Little. He throws it up, and a foul is called. Referees reviewed the play. Little said he definitely thought he got bumped. Malcolm Lee got called for the foul. He said he barely heard a whistle. But the officials ruled that the foul occurred with 0.7 seconds on the clock. And Honeycutt can't believe it. His 31-point game might go to waste. Howland lucky he didn't get a technical for throwing the water bottle. So now Little at the line. He said free throws are what I do. He knocks down the first one. Kansas up 1, so Bill Self calls his last time out, wants to talk over the second free throw. So Little's going to miss this one on purpose. UCLA gets it. Desperation shot. No. Bill Self said the crowd wanted for us on a neutral court. We lose this game.
Dana Altman, his version of Return of the Quack. Oregon down 20 to 8th-ranked Missouri at half. Here come the Ducks. Jonathan Lloyd makes it a 3-point game. Here comes the Ducks. Jonathan Lloyd makes it a 2-point game. Oregon hits 8 of 15 from 3 in the second half. Matt Prezi at the line. Misses the second free throw. E.J. Singler to Lloyd for the tie. Missed it by that much. Quacked out. Oregon.
Over 2 of the Phillies' Big Five hooking up at the Pavilion where the Wildcats won 41 straight. Corey Fisher once dropped 105 points in the New York Summer League game. He's got game in college as well. Corey Stokes previously scored just 7 points in 3 career games versus the Hawks, showing off the range. Nova up by 11. Later in the second half, more from Villanova. Fisher finds Antonio Pena down low. Nova rolling up by 20. All Villanova. Dominic Cheek spot up 3. That's his spot. Lead back up to 20. Only 7 Wildcats played. 4 scored in double figures, including Stokes, who had 17 points. Nova goes on to win it 71-60. Their 42nd straight at the Pavilion. 5th-ranked Kansas State making its first official road trip of the season. Washington State, the destination. As you can tell, they're not good in Pac-10 venues any year. Since 1980, they haven't won their first half. Marcus Capers peeling off the steal, going in for the two-handed jam. The All-American, though, Jacob Pullen struggled in this game. Only had 8 points, but here are 3 of them outside, knocking them down. 8 points, half his season average. Under 3 minutes left, Cougars down by 1. Reggie Moore to D'Angelo Casto going up strong. And Washington State takes the lead. But even though Pullen couldn't do it scoring, he can still find his man. Look at this nice behind-the-back pass right there to Curtis Kelly. K-State snaps a 9-game skid to Pac-10 opponents. Washington State now 1-74 against
Coach Mike Krzyzewski and Brad Stevens. A rematch of the national championship game. Butler and #1 Duke at the Meadowlands. That's Nolan Smith coast to coast. The dunk before the buzzer at the end of the half. They were tied at 33 at the half, but Duke would really begin to pull away. Andre Dawkins to steal the finish and one. They're up 52-44 after the free throw, and then Dawkins is going to find Mason Plumlee. Plumlee. This Butler squad, talented. They lost Gordon Hayward. Duke just too much. Kyrie Irving, the super frosh, 17 of his 21 in the second half, as Duke wins by 12.
Number 11, Kentucky and North Carolina. A lot of pedigree and history and impact freshmen when these two teams met, including Harrison Barnes. Harrison, go get it. Yeah. There was a Barnes raising in Chapel Hill yesterday. The Heels off to a disappointing start this season, but playing well here. Tyler Zeller, a career-high 27. We're tied up. Later, Carolina up 1. Josh Harrelson fighting for that rebound and putting it back. Kentucky takes the lead. Next Heels possession. Harrelson all fired up about getting this bucket. No, they got him on a reach-in on that one. Over the back. Zeller would make his foul shots, puts North Carolina up by 1. Then Dexter Strickland misses here. Deron Lamb got a chance from half court. Nah, not going to happen. North Carolina holds on to win. The Heels knock off number 11, Kentucky.
3-1. Chris Joseph and 7th-ranked Syracuse a chance to get to 8-0, hosting NC State on Saturday. First half, Rick Jackson long pass to Joseph. Brandon Trish back to Joseph. Syracuse has an 8-point lead. Hello. One more look. One-handed finish. He had 8 points. Nice. Last play first half. Scoop Jardine beats the buzzer. He had 23. 4-point Orange lead at halftime. Second half, Scott Wood knocks it. That's what he does. Well, he can shoot threes. He had 18, hit 6 threes. But the Wolfpack went without a basket over the final 7 minutes and 20 seconds. NC State gets within 6. Rick Jackson had 16. Syracuse holds on 65-59. Orange 8-0 despite hitting only 2 of 16 threes.